Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
So, Shabbat Shalom to all those who are in the sanctuary this evening. Shabbat Shalom to all those who are joining us on Zoom. And we are delighted that you are here.
We are going to begin with a song of welcome. Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Shalom. Blessed will you be. We hope that you will be blessed as you come in and as you go out. Can you hear me? Is the microphone working for you? Okay, good. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being so helpful, Dennis.
Thank you very much. The words are coming. There they are. Excellent. We start with the words Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Shalom. Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Shalom. Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Shalom. Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Shalom. Blessed, 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 blessed will you be when you enter in. Blessed, 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 blessed will you be when you choose to go. Blessed, 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 blessed will you be in the here and now. Blessed, 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 blessed will you be forevermore. Baruch atah b'voecha, Baruch atah b'tzetecha, Baruch atah b'voecha, Baruch atah b'tzetecha. Baruch atah b'voecha, Baruch atah b'tzetecha, Baruch atah b'voecha, Baruch atah b'tzetecha. Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Shalom. Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Shalom. Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Shalom. Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Shalom. Blessed, 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 blessed will you be when you enter in. Blessed, 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 blessed will you be when you choose to go. Blessed, 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 blessed where you live and where you love. Blessed, 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 blessed where you learn and where you pray. Baruch atah b'voecha, Baruch atah b'tzetecha, Baruch atah b'voecha, Baruch atah b'tzetecha.
I'd like to invite Chris Fair up to bless our Shabbat candles. And I want to let you know that we are missing Rabbi Berezin this evening. She's not feeling well and stayed home, but she will be with us on Sunday morning. But more about Sunday morning later.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'chadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom and thank you.
Thank you.
So we arrive at Shabbat, and I am going to ask you in just a few moments to set your intention for Shabbat. We come arriving in this sanctuary or on Zoom, we arrive in this space, and there are all so many possibilities. It could be that we spent the week trying to convince others to see things our way. It could be that we had a hard week at work. It could be that school was just a little more challenging than we were hoping this week. Or it could be that everything went really wonderfully and smoothly, and there is a sense of satisfaction as we sit down and prepare ourselves for Shabbat. The thing about Shabbat is we get the choice right now to set an intention for the next 25 hours. Whether it is to be able to put down our burden of the week, whether it is to just enjoy the delight, the oneg, of being with friends and family and community and hearing music and being able to pray together. And by the way, the word oneg might sound familiar, and just so you know, oneg does not mean cookies and pie. Actually, only in Omaha does oneg mean pie.
Thank
But
you, Gail.
thank you, Gail. But oneg means the delight that we get when we spend time with our friends and family in community while eating cookies and pie. See, the distinction is vast. So I invite you now to uncross your legs, to put your feet flat on the floor, to sit up straight, even to uncross your arms, even to close your eyes, all what is comfortable for you to do, and to take those 3 deep breaths, putting down the burdens of the week, looking forward to the oneg of Shabbat, or looking forward to the holiness of this day of rest.
We move to welcome Shabbat with Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, ishmi'anu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shemo tiferet v'litchila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mikor habracha, merash mikedem nesucha, sof maaseh v'machshava tchila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Hit'oreri, hit'oreri, ki va'orech kumi ori, uri, uri, shir daberi, kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. V'hovi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam b'simcha ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואו יחלה, בואו יחלה. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela.
Please be seated. Please join with me. And so we understand that ordinary people are messengers of the Most High. They go about their tasks in holy anonymity, even unknown to themselves. Yet if they had not been there, if they had not said what they said or did what they did, we would not be the way it is now. We would not be the way we are now. Never forget that you too yourself may be a messenger, perhaps even one whose errand extends over several lifetimes.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Moachem Leshalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Uni Leshalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem Leshalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Please rise as we continue with our main part of our service.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai.
Please join with me as you are comfortable in doing so. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, bechokma poteach sha'arim, uvitvuna meshane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umsader et hakochavim, b'mishmeroteim barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, goler or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, umavir yom umevi layla, umavdil bein yom uvein layla, Adonai tzevaot shemo, El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. I aspire to an eloquent seeing of all earth's seasons, inspired touching of flesh, flower, and stone, true hearing of others, journey, self, and terrain, the difficult dignity of individual thought, an inner burning of commandment, a sometime certainty of divine presence, weaving of sorrow into becoming, upwelling of seated but surprising joy, into this life courageously, toward the unknown purpose.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkivenu, Leshalom, Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Ve'ha'amitenu, shomrenu lechayim. Ufrasalenu, sukat shlomecha. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkivenu, Leshalom. Let there be love. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms.
We continue responsively the regular print and the italics. The dreams of prayer are made real by those who pray.
The ways of God are as deep as love,
and the strength of God is mighty as time, which flows and has not end.
Part of all, yet separate, is the eternal God. Separate and apart is God.
God is holy, God's name is holy, and this Sabbath day is holy, for it is set apart from other days. To remember God, to return to God, to bring God back with us into the week. We praise God as we hallow the seventh day. Please rise as we continue with our Amidah, our standing prayer, and rise only as you are comfortable in doing so.
Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi agitilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor HaNorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevii Geula Livnei Bneihem, L'man Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah, Ata Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Ata Rav Lehoshia, Mashiva Ruach U'Morida Gashem, Mechakel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Tzomech Noflim Verofech Olim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Bal Gevurot, Umiedom Elach, Melech Mimit Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'nemanat Alachayot HaKol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye HaKol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. hours of rest and renewal, open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. קדשנו במצוותיך ותן חלקנו בתורתך. סבנו מטובך ושמחנו בישועתך. וטהר ליבנו לעובדך באמת, וטהר ליבנו. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. Baruch atah Adonai, Baruch atah Adonai, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל יושבי תבל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום
On Monday, an earthquake devastated areas of Turkey and Syria. The photographs of the tragedy have been shared, and we still cannot understand the scale of the damage and the numbers of the dead. The death toll stands at 23,000 and continues to rise. Given the extent of the destruction, sadly, there will be many more deaths as the rescue efforts turn to recovery, and there are after effects from the disappearance of so much vital infrastructure. Our hearts go out to the victims of this terrible disaster. Our condolences to those who have lost family and friends, and prayers for healing for those who were injured. We are trying to coordinate our relief efforts with AMI, whose community is personally affected by this tragedy. When we have more information, we will let you know. Sadly, there will be an ongoing need for our support for the foreseeable future. This prayer is by Alden Salovi. God, beyond my understanding, the earth has turned violent, sweeping our brothers and sisters off their feet, crushing homes and lives, upending dreams, toppling the foundations of hope and sustenance. A shallow breath beneath the rubble and wailing in the streets, the injured and the dead, the new widow, the new orphan, the newly bereft turn to you, divine source of abundance and grace. God of justice and mercy, we pray for the people of Turkey and the victims of any disaster, any violence, suffering, or despair. Grant them shelter and solace, comfort and consolation, blessing and renewal. May a world of justice and righteousness and mercy come swiftly to their aid. Grant them endurance to survive, strength to rebuild, faith to mourn, courage to heal, and devotion to each other. Heavenly Guide, hand of love and shelter, grant the people of Turkey your protection, your radiance, and your peace. We continue with the Mishaberach prayer, the prayer that we say, asking God's healing blessings of healing for spirit, blessings of healing for body. Those on Zoom, you can share the names of those that you would like us to remember in the chat. As a congregation, as a sacred community, we are keeping in mind for healing Susan Alexander, Joe Alvarado, Susie Anderson, Hal Arnold, Virginia Becker, Tony Beraldi, Jean Brosco, Lisa Brunkhorst, Hildardo Carrera, Sandy Christofferson, Kevin Cooper, Jen Dawson, Carmen Dexter, Ariana Elness, Rabbi Sim Glazer, Jody Goldstein, Robbie Hoskovic, Judy Kyman, Carrie Leathers, Karen Levin, Norma Levinson, Lisa Lewis, Mike Liddy, Mario Lopez, Gary Marshall, Brandy Matson, Emily McWhirter, Carmen Munn, Brian Nog, Pedro Comi Olimpio, Nadine Ostro, Karen Euler, Wendy Passer, Gail Peterson, Jamie Poole, Linda Redler, Steve Redler, Samuel Rosinski, Emily Sachs, George Sachs, Gregory Sachs, Steve Seglin, Joan Shapiro, Linda J. Sherman, Dee Dee Spiegel, Sarah Jane Tietzel, Laura J. West, Barb Wigg, Brent Wine, Kate Ewell. Are there those that you're keeping in mind for healing? I add the name Harav Chana Rachel Bat Rosa. And from our Zoom folks this evening, we're adding Sheldon Babandur, the people of Turkey and Syria, Jill Karstensen Backstrom, Luke,
Reader and Bob Diskin, Margot Finchel and Tom Hightower, Claire Agar, Lloyd Agar, Ted Agar, and David Irvine, and Karma Lilola.
May God's healing blessing be granted to all of them, and may all of them have a refuah shlema, a complete recovery.
Avraham, Yitzchak, veYaakov. Mi sheberach imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, veRachel. May the one who blessed our mothers, may the one who blessed our fathers, hear our prayers, hear our prayers, hear our prayers, hear our prayers, and bless us as well. Bless us with the power of your healing. Bless us with the power of your hope. May our hearts be filled with understanding and strengthened by the power of your love. Bless us with a vision for tomorrow. Help us to reach out to those in pain. May the warmth of friendship ease our sorrow. Give us courage, give us faith, show us the way. Mi sheberach avotenu, mi sheberach imotenu. Hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, hear our prayer, and bless us as well. Rabbi Appel will be traveling to Israel for a conference with other rabbis in
8 days.
8 days.
Actually, 9 days.
And-
No, 8 days.
And as we have so often gathered those traveling to Israel to be blessed on our bima, so tonight I get the pleasure of blessing you to our bima. I'm used to doing this as a shared job, and that was the plan with Rabbi Berzin, so
I know, and I know she's here in spirit.
I invite you to rise as we open the ark. Rabbi, we hope that your travels will be smooth and easy. We hope that you will reconnect with old friends and new ones, that you will come to the land of our people, to the Holy Land, the land of our ancestors, and be blessed with new visions, be blessed with renewal, be blessed with all that the history, all that the people, and all that being in our land can help to teach us and bring us. We hope that you will return to us in health and in safety, and we hope that it is overall an amazing experience. May God be with you on your journey, your going and your coming. May you be blessed with friendship. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. You may be seated. I wanted to share a very few brief words about what I did today. This was not the plan. Rabbi Berezin was going to share what she's been doing over the last several weeks, but she can't speak, so that's okay. Today, we were invited to be part of our Tri-Faith community. The mosque, AMI, was having a special service. They do their Friday service every week. That's their day with a sermon and a teaching. And today was going to be about earthquake in Turkey and Syria and a message on what could be done. And the Tri-Faith community invited us as our neighbors to show up for our neighbors who are in pain, our neighbors who have family and friends who are struggling, family and friends that are not sure what's happening, or even family and friends that are okay, but not sure what the future will bring. And so I showed up. I felt awkward. I wasn't sure who to say hi to or what my job was. Should I help put flyers out? Should I greet people? I felt like I should host, but I wasn't the host. It was their home, not my home. But I showed up, and people said, "Thanks for coming. It means so much that you came to be with us today." And I went to prayers, and I heard their call to worship, the haunting melody that you would hear in Jerusalem from the Muezzin that I heard just this past December as I was in Israel. And I heard them sing it here in our building, not this building, the building right here, right across the way from us. And I felt at peace, and I felt grounded. I didn't know the words, but I knew the melody. And it too reminded me of home, of being in Israel. We were right outside the mosque in Akko as the prayers were called, and it sent a physical chill up my body to hear it outside out of the loudspeakers, and to be back at AMI hearing the call to prayer connected me to that memory. And I sat on the floor, which I am not so comfortable doing anymore. I sat between Mindy on one side and Bonnie on another side, and we said, looking at each other, "I hope we're doing this okay." And we witnessed, and we stood together, and we sat together, and we existed together, learning from the Imam about patience, learning about a theology, understanding that God is one who tests us, learning about a theology of generosity, that those who have should give for those who are in need. And we came together as one community with the hope that we can be stronger through this tragedy. And that's what I did today.
A very good day.
A very good day.
We continue now with our concluding prayers, and I invite those who are comfortable in doing so to please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל העולם, ואנחנו קוראים משתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. We come now to the part of our service of remembering, of thinking ahead to God's kingdom and God's holiness but knowing that there are those that we miss in the here and now. As I say the names on our Kaddish list, I invite you to stand if this is somebody that you are saying Kaddish for. For those who are joining us on Zoom, I invite you to put the name of somebody that you are remembering into the chat. On this Shabbat, we are in the period of Shiva, the first 7 days of mourning for Ruth Appel. To be laid to rest this week on Tuesday, Edwin Robert Bob Newman. We are in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning for Sandra Rosenberg, Sally Prisman Teltner, and we are remembering the yahrzeits, the anniversaries of the deaths of Genevieve S. Bornstein, Max Birkenrode, Joseph Burrell, Dr. Lewis Allen Cohen, Mayor Garfinkel, Gertrude Galinsky, Phyllis B. Glazer, Dorleen M. Graham, Harry Green, S. Elmer Gross, Doris Kahn Cattleman, Etta Yetta Cooklin, Otmar Liebenstein, Louis J. Lipp, Anita G. Maurer, Stella Van Meyer, Dolly Passer, Sarah Lynn Judd Pinson, Norman J. Rips, Ronnie Robbins, Sally R. Rosen, Lena Rosenfeld, Jacob Rosenfeld, Flora B. Rosenstock, Frederick L. Rosenstock, Augustus E. Rothholtz, Pearl Bernstein Schreier, Ethel Wolfson Simon, Shelley Green Stern, Berta N. Stern, Marvin E. Treller, Harry Walensky. To those names we add Rita Arnold and Julia Pogue. For those that we've named, for those that we remember in our hearts, as a sacred community, we stand in support of all the mourners as we recite the words of Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach chirute v'yamlich malchute, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, v'agala uvizman kariv v'yimru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam omei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shmei dekudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Ta'amiran ve'alma v'yimru. Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabbah min Shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'yimru. Amen. Please be seated. I would like to thank all the members of the Board of Trustees who are here this evening and invite them to all please stand and wave hello to the folks, so that people can find you during our Oneg Shabbat, which, by the way, I hear has both cookies and pie. If you have anything that you would like them to know, please make sure to find them and tell them. I would like to thank Julie Sandine, our accompanist this evening. Back of the house was Scott Anderson and Ed Klignett. Our tech was Mindy Marburg, Eli Lopez. Our Oneg volunteers who are responsible for cookies, pie, Gail Knapp and Francisco Guzman. And thank you, as always, to our Zoom maven, Karen Euler. Our congregational meeting to ratify Rabbi Benjamin Scharf as our senior rabbi is this Sunday. Join us at 10:30 a.m. for breakfast buffet and a meet and greet. The meeting will start at 11:30 a.m. with the vote to ratify. Purim is coming. Help us to solve a mystery as we present a Purim-themed Whodunit Shabbat. Enjoy a meal and Shabbat music throughout the evening as we delve deep into the ending for Haman and discover the identity of the masked hangman. Was it Queen Esther? Was it the king's butler? Was it Haman's 11th son?
Must be that one.
Now, there's only one way to find out who done it. Registration to attend is now available. We are looking for people to help. If you have a flair for the dramatic and can read announcements in an interesting way, if you are interested in being a participant/actor in our murder mystery, please reach out to Mindy Marburg, who's waving her hand in the air right now. Jurassic Purim, yes, you heard me right.
Woo-hoo!
Jurassic Purim, our spiel, raffle drawing, and carnival will take place on Sunday, March 5th. It's sure to be a roaring good time. You can purchase raffle tickets and carnival tickets in advance on our website.
And you should.
And you should. Otherwise, we'll have to send dinosaurs to your door to find you. February 26th is Rosh Chodesh, a taste of Purim. We are inviting all women in the Tri-Faith community to join us to learn about Mishloach Manot and to bake hamantash and to take home. We are looking for volunteers to stay afterward and to help us bake even more hamantashen for the Temple Israel Mishloach Manot campaign. Thank you.
Nicely read. There's lots to do. Please keep coming. Whoops. Did we spill?
Caught myself.
Oh. Invite you to rise if you're able for Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kadeshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho v'yahava uvratzon imchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit. Ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim. Ki vanu v'acharta v'otanu kidasha mikol hamim, v'shabbat kodshecha v'ava uvratzon Hinchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We close this evening with Olam Chesed Yibaneh. When we put love into the world, God partners with us and we build this world through love. Olam Chesed Yibaneh. Yadadai, dai, yadadai, dai. Olam chesed yibaneh. Yadadai, dai, Shabbat Shalom.